What's up, everyone? Donnie B here. I'm standing in front of the new project 1994 Mustang Cobra. Probably one of the most unpopular Mustang models besides the Mustang 2 that is out there. Now, as we all know, Fox body Mustangs are super expensive now and keep on going up in price. These cars have gone up, but not nearly as much. Now, just taking a look at the car here. It is a crystal white with a black cloth interior, so it's somewhat of a rare car. This car came from Arizona, and one of the nice things about it is that it's a clean slate. It is bone stock, and the only thing not stock about it is these headlights. So you can probably tell that just by basically what you can see is that this thing is not in the best of shape. It's solid because it came from Arizona, but the paint is completely baked off of this thing for the most part. I'll give you guys a closer in-depth tour of it, but as you can see, it's not perfect, but it's a great car all around. Everything works on it, and it's bone stock. Again, a clean slate. And that's one of the reasons why I picked this up. I was kicking myself a lot for not picking up 93 Cobras when I could have for reasonable prices. And since those are way out of my budget and way out of my league anymore, I decided to go ahead and go with something like this. Now, with this car, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, except I kind of want to go ahead and bring it back to its former glory. Again, it's a slightly rarer car. It's the all black with the cloth seats and crystal white, so it's about just over 200 were made back in '94, but again, it's an SN95 car, so they're not the most pertinent or the most popular car out there. So if we just take a look at it real quick here, and you can probably see just from right here of all the flaws that this thing has. Now, of course it's really dirty because I had the car shipped here, but you can see it's missing paint. It's down to primer on a lot of spots. Again, stock tailpipes, stock everything. Except for, again, the headlights. Now, taking a look at the interior. Black cloth interior. You can see it's got a tear in the bolster here. So the seat either needs to be replaced or repaired. Right now there is a cloth pad on it with Velcro, but that dash is actually cracked in a few places. Again, coming from out west where there's a lot of heat, a lot of sun baking, I'm not surprised. But it has a few other little issues here and there. I'll show you guys the engine bay, but again, it's a bone stock vehicle, so there's not a lot to really, harp about this car. But again, I never really dabbled in the SN95, and that's kind of why I really wanted to get one. Got good resources. Danny over at MF Customs knows these cars really well. He's actually already helped me with one of the issues on this car, and yeah, it's overall, I think what I want to do to start off with, and I'm not really going to touch it this year, but I think going into 2024, I'm going to restore this car because overall it's a pretty nice car. Again, solid. There's no rust on it, and any rust you may see, it's just surface rust. Nothing's eaten through. Again, the car being out west all its life, never seen salt or anything along those lines. But yeah, pretty solid. I wanted to show this one to you guys because I'm excited about what we're going to do to this thing. Because again, I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to do a lot of modifications to it, but we got to start somewhere. And of course, we're going to dyno it. We're going to see what it's making bone stock. But again, it's a bone stock car. Stock exhaust, stock air intake, stock engine, stock interior. I mean, literally stock. So, but yeah, I mean, guys, I'm not really going to take you for a drive in this thing right now. It's freezing cold out. It's another thing. I bought a muscle car, a performance car, in the winter. But it's one of those things where I didn't really want to pass this up just because I've always kicked myself in the foot for letting deals go, and then things just, get crazy and stuff like that. Even though the SNs haven't gotten there yet, I think they will be at some point, especially when the Fox bodies really start drying up or they want way too much money for them. For the average guy like me, something like this might be the next best thing. And it's cool that I can get back into an SVT Cobra. So, these cars, you know, we'll dive in depth into it probably at some point, but I want to do a little introduction video to this next little phase in my Mustang game. And yeah, we'll see what the future brings for it. But yeah, here it is. I have an SVT Cobra, but it's an SN95, but it's a bone stock one. So we have a clean slate, and we can figure out what we want to do with it here coming up here, and we'll do some fun stuff. And I think what I definitely want to do though is bring it back to its former glory, things that I can do to really make this thing look nice again. But again, overall solid car, and I think it's a good buy. I don't think I spent too much over what I wanted to spend for it, but I got it at a deal that I think that I can live with. And at some point, this thing could be one of those things that is worth more money. So, all right, guys, it's cold. I want to go back inside, but I want to show you the car, and we'll talk about it more here in the future. But now you can see what's coming up in 2024. All right, if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content coming to the channel, especially with the new car. And take care. We'll see you in the next video.